Hey guys, it's Lee from Andertons here, and I'm with Bob from Dunlop and MXR, and we're going to talk about some of the new products for 2014. So what can we expect to see?
Well, first off, thank you so much for stopping by. 2014 Dunlop Namm booth is packed with some new stuff. And right over here we have the Echoplex preamp, the EP1. The EP1 is a booster of 11 dB, but unfortunately it's a kind of a mysterious thing that has been happening for a long time for not enough of people, so we brought it to the forefront. A lot of people use the Echoplex for its echo, but what's really a cool feature of that Echoplex is that it actually has a preamp that adds some sparkle, adds some touch to the sound, and also the dynamic feel of the sound. So that you leave it on even when the echo's off. So the preamp, we've taken it and we put it in this box. So now you can get the preamp benefits without having the actual big old Echoplex, which is the old tape echo. So let's give a listen. This is dry, going into a bit of a distorted amp. And when I turn it on, it's going to just liven things up. And what's more important, my buddy Derek Jones here is playing the guitar. He will feel more like playing. All the things are more equal in the natural compression of the notes are, so it's easier to get around. So, and then without it, it just kind of fills in the blanks, makes everything a little bigger. And that's a magical sauce, like a salt and pepper sort of thing. That's the Echoplex EP101. Moving over here to the Univibe, we have the classic sound of the Univibe shrunken down into a very small format, and also with FET technology, so it's a very stable circuit, but it emulates the original cadmium sulfide cells and a little light bulb very, very well, including the thermal inertia of the light bulb, and we took a lot of attention to the detail. So let's get a listen. And this also has the old school vibe out, where it just has the pitch shift. That's the pitch shift out, which is the vibrato out. And then there's the chorus. Chorus mode. So you have level, you have depth of modulation and speed. True hardwire bypass. Okay, moving down, we have the Javelina. The Javelina is from Way Huge, George Strips. Actually, I really like this pedal because it's a fuzz, but it's in a really sweet spot no matter what you do with the tone. And actually the tone is more than a simple just bass and treble, and actually kind of reshapes things as it goes along. Very usable from clockwise to counterclockwise. So let's give a listen. That's with the tone all the way down. It still has presence, but it just got bigger on the bottom. And this gets nice and bright and tacky, but it still has bottom, you know? Very usable. It's all germanium, transistor for the distortion, and George puts a little nonlinear feedback around the circuit to make it just that. It's got a nice distortion / fuzz tone to it. That's new for 2014, the Javelina. And getting back here, we have the FET driver. The FET driver is basically a takeoff of a tube driver that we all kind of know from yesteryear. The problem with the tube driver is that it's big and you can't probably get it anymore. But the thing is that we converted it to an FET simulation that is solid. We boost up the headroom for the FETs with the power supply, so it still reacts the same way as the old tube systems, but it's very stable. You get two of them, they're going to sound the same, which is really important. Your A and B rig are going to match. Let's give a listen. It's got tone control, high and low, drive, then a high cut. So with the tonal shapings and the overdrive, you can get a lot of great different tones to it. And actually this, I'm going to go back to here, as Derek plays, I'm going to shut off and on the EP 101. Hear how that little boost affects the tone. Behaves really well going into the distortion of the overdrive, because it's kind of a flat response, but it's kind of tempered. It's a magical device. People are going to basically buy it and leave it on all the time. They're just going to love what they do to the tone. So one more thing on this board is that's a CM95. That's a Clyde McCoy. And the magic of this is two things. The halo inductor, going back to the original halo inductors, which halo, by the way, is the retaining ring. It looks like a little halo around the inductor. Very magical. It's got a lot of great artifacts, a little bit of mechanical artifacts we call microphonics, but it also has just a certain tone about it that is coveted by a lot of the players of the vintage gear. Also, this doesn't have a buffer at the input, so the guitar sees with kind of a low signal or low impedance, so the signal gets kind of sweetened up a little bit. So the top end just rounds off just a touch. So that all coupled in sounds a little like. Nice and vocal. Nice top end, sweet, yet it's present. CM95, new for 2014. Can you believe it?